Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. I'm very excited to have Amy Lamb on the show today. Thank you, Amy, for being on the show. As most of you know who've watched the show before, Amy's one of the agents here on the Stephen Cooley team, specializing in Mecklenburg County, York County, surrounding areas. Know that market very well, grew up in this area. Today, I asked Amy to be on the show to talk about home buyers and kind of the difference, Amy, between a new home buyer that should buy a new home, and a home buyer that should buy an existing or older home. Because what I have found, if you put that new home buyer in an older home, they're miserable.
That's right.
They think they bought the money pit.
Exactly.
And if you put that older home in a new home, they don't have anything to do. Everything's done when they move in, and then they're not happy. And sometimes they move back to an older neighborhood. So let's just talk about the differences so people who haven't bought a home before or are thinking about buying can really know the difference, because you really truly kind of should shop one or the other. They're really not the same animal. So let's tell the differences. Let's start with existing homes. Why would a buyer want an existing home?
I think, Stephen, for a buyer wanting an existing home, I think location does play a huge part in that. Wanting to be closer to conveniences, parks, shopping, closer to metro areas.
Because some of these older neighborhoods have been there a long time and they got in close before when there was land available.
Right, right. And then I also think that there is a certain type of buyer out there that just loves doing a remodel. They love the thrill of, you know, throwing down walls, changing countertops and cabinets and flooring. They really love that. They spend all weekend doing it and their work nights. So I think that some people just don't have the time to do that, or they don't want to do it. It's just that's not fun for them. It's very stressful. So I like to recommend those buyers something more for new construction.
Yeah, so an older home is probably going to be in a more convenient location.
Yeah.
And if you like to redo, then there's an opportunity to do that. But if you like redone, sometimes an existing home's been redone by the previous owner. Also, you don't see a lot of new construction all brick. You don't see a lot of new construction with a lot of these extra rooms and things like that you get in an existing home. If you're looking for that second workshop, that outdoor shed, if you want to bring in mature plants that an existing home would have on a new construction, it costs you $30,000 or $40,000. And so you're getting all those. If you like the seller's decorations, window treatments, blinds, things like that, all that's included in a new construction. Sometimes they went overboard with appliances that can stay. And so really, truly, when you're looking at an existing home, sometimes it's matching similar personalities for the buyer and the past seller. Right. If they had similar taste, if they wanted the same extras in a home and things like that, the existing home would have those. And so those tree-lined streets you don't get in a brand new construction. Now, and the old saying of I like how they used to build them would be available in an existing home. So let's switch to new construction, because new construction is going to have a whole different set of things. And one of the things just to talk about initially, you get to walk into that gorgeous model home and you see what you can have.
Right. And typically you want everything that new model.
Right. And it offers it. And you get to go to the design center.
Yes.
And pick everything out.
And that's one of the most exciting things about buying a new home, is going in there and picking out your finishes and putting it all together, and then seeing it actually come together, you know, when it's time to close it's a great feeling to experience that with a buyer, and just to see it all, like, you know, in front of you and knowing that they have picked everything out. It's a very satisfying feeling. So that is one of the perks, is you can pick it all out and somebody does it for you, and then you move in and just live happily ever after.
And of course that new home's going to come with warranties.
Right, appliance warranties. You have a builder warranty as well, and several other little warranties here and there. So you're covered for a specific period of time too.
Absolutely. And of course the new 2014 modern open plans, that the kitchen's open to everything pretty much downstairs, is going to be in the newer constructions, if you like that. Newer neighborhoods, if there are bigger neighborhoods, typically have swimming pools and clubhouses. They know that's a draw to the people now. In a newer neighborhood, people with similarities buy in there if they're close to schools or shopping and things like that. So if you're looking for a social network, you're probably going to get that in a new neighborhood because everybody's new.
Exactly.
Versus moving next door to someone who's lived there 40, 50 years. that they could be older and more inclusive and things like that. So you definitely see all those things. The interesting thing about this is, of course, we handle all resales. So if there's a real estate sign in front of the house, whether it's my sign or any other real estate sign, Amy can show you that product. But also, I really promote, and I've said this many times on the show, that on new construction, you need buyer agency. And so there are big, lots of paperwork, big forms to fill out. They're totally written to represent the builder. You have no representation. One of those forms say that.
Right, they do.
And you really need it. You need a home inspection just like you would do on a resale property, and so that's why you need a buyer's agent. Most of these new construction and new builders, they have set aside to pay us. The consumer, the buyer, does not have to pay us. We will go with you to those sites. We'll review all the paperwork before you sign it. We'll go with you on walkthroughs. We're available to go with you to the design center. You don't necessarily want our taste, but we can look at something and say, you know what, that's a $5,000 upgrade, and on resale, you can get nothing. We know the differences on that. Electronics are a big thing on that because they get outdated so quickly. And so we can share that with you and share those tidbits with you to make sure that if you need to sell that new construction, you're not going to be overpriced for the neighborhood. Because if everybody's spending $250 in the neighborhood and you go to the design center and come out at $350, you're suddenly the most expensive home in the neighborhood and you didn't even know it. But we can do a study on the neighborhood and see what other people are, what other upgrades they're doing and all that kind of stuff. So we help on both. Resale, you need probably more inspections and more detailed inspections and those type things, and so we can advise you on that too. Amy, great information. We've got beautiful homes for sale on today's show. We've got all the homes available on our website. Tell folks how to reach you directly, and they can go directly to your website if they want to and communicate with you about the homes for sale in Mecklenburg County, York County, Lancaster County, Chester County. We're covering all those areas.
Right, you can go to my website. It's amy.stephencooley.com, and you can reach me directly at 704-661-8834.
And I have to say, Amy is an expert on new construction and resale, so give her a call. Thank you for being on today's show. Always great to have you. We've got beautiful homes for sale on our show, and we've got all the homes available on our website, so please visit us there at stephencooley.com. We'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777 or send us an email at ask@makeitlocal.com. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.